Hello everybody, happy Memorial Day, beginning of summer. So like I said in my last video, having an issue with I thought I had an issue with the headlight switch. I got a new one. Here's the reason I got a new one. It wasn't because I wasn't working, but so you see this is the plastic bezel that holds it on into the dash, broke off in there. So when I went to pull this out and put the new one in with the plastic bezel, then the dimmer lights weren't working. So I was trying to tap into the dimmers light, which I did on the last video. This wire here is the light blue and red on this terminal. So I tapped into that, and something is going on because it was initially working, but kind of working backwards. So I think something is weird with the up in the harness. And the reason I say so is because this was really hard to get out, so I kind of pulled down on it a little bit. So I'm going to pull the instrument cluster out and see if something got wiggled around in there, because if you remember in some past videos, I had an issue with the in-dash oil pressure gauge, because the little the ribbons on the back got moved and one was touching, and it kind of melted the gauge. So I'm going to pull the cluster out and double check that wiring, because you know I could barely get this out, so I had to tug on this a little bit to get some room, and that's the only thing I'm left with here. I've checked a couple fuses and everything else, and all the other lights are working fine, but I'll show you here what it's doing, because so all the headlights are working fine, the blinkers are working fine, the brake light's fine. It's just the dimmer, and then the dome lights kind of acted a little weird also. So that's working fine. But then if you put this to the off position here on the detent, all the way to the left, it doesn't go off. So you got to have this to basically to the on position. You know, if you see here, this is so this would be on, and then all the way full counterclockwise is off, and where it's clicked into place. And the dome light doesn't go off when you press the button. So where click this here and it'll go off. So I know that's not right, but here, let me turn the key on. So I've got this just on key power, but so anyway, here's the switch all the way in. We pull it out where we should have something, and we got nothing. But if you watch here, so the headlights and everything are on in the front. You can see them come on. But if you look back here, you'll see the cluster lights come on for just a second, like in the in-between spot. You see them flash, and if I go real gingerly, I can get them to stay on. But no dimming. So the dimmer's not doing anything. So anyway, there's power. There's power to the gauges. I think something is either wiggled loose on the cluster here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out now. And again, with this dimmer, you can hear my fuel pump running. So here's the dimmer off, and that's still on. But even when you push the door button off, that's still on. So something weird about that. If you guys, you know, that's working fine. But everything else, I mean, you can see my headlights are coming on, blinkers. And if you look in the back, you'll be able to see the brake lights. So all of that's working fine. So anyway, I'm going to pull this out and take a look at the connections here, and I'll get back to you with what I find out. So we'll see what we got. And I don't know if I mentioned before, but yeah, I found this. Let me turn off the headlights. So I did find that little test procedure to test your lights. 1 second. I found it on Reddit, just doing a Google search. for an 85 or 86. So the component testing procedure for your headlight circuit, connect your ohm meter here, and you pull it out, put it on the buzzer. It'll let you know, open circuit, closed circuit. And I tested each one of these, except for the lights on warning circuit, which is, I think that's fine. I haven't had a problem with that. But yeah, all these worked fine on both of my headlight switches. The broken one, which I'm just replacing that because I can't, if I can get that piece of plastic out, then I can reuse it. I'll be saving it, of course, but I gotta get that piece of plastic out. But anyway, I tested them both with this procedure here, and I think this is out of a Ford manual, like a shop manual. So it's good to know the switches are good. It's just something in the wiring, and I have a feeling when I had to pull this out from behind the dash, it pulled the harness down and wiggled something loose behind the dash. So I'm going to get into that real quick here. All right, guys, thank you. I'll get back to you and let you know what I find out.